Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging into a pretty deep spiritual framework, and it all boils down to one simple but huge question. For all of us living our normal, everyday lives, what's the first practical step we can take to tap into a higher consciousness? All right, let's get into it. Talk about an opening line, right? This message, right from the source material, really sets the stage. It suggests that there's this incredible power, maybe forgotten, but definitely buried inside every single one of us, put there by some kind of precursor civilization.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to follow this path, starting with that really big cosmic idea, then we'll bring it right down to a practical daily framework, and finally we'll zoom back out to see how this all connects to a potential global awakening.
Okay, so what is this buried power? Well, the source material has a pretty cool name for it, the Stargate Within. And listen, we're not just talking about a nice metaphor here. It's described as a direct line to the source, a real tangible connection to the basic energies of the universe. And the key to unlocking it? That ancient instruction, know thyself. Now this is where it gets really fascinating. You see how it breaks this huge idea down? It connects our very origins to these beings called the Anunnaki, who are described as these cosmic, godlike figures, and it links that ancient story to a super-personal goal, becoming an enlightened one just by living a balanced, healthy life.
It's a pretty compelling idea, right? But it begs the question, if we've all got this incredible power inside us, why isn't everyone using it? Well, the sources point the finger squarely at our modern way of life.
And wow, this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows this huge gap between the natural way our bodies were meant to live and the artificial world most of us actually live in.
So here's the kicker. According to this framework, our environment isn't just neutral. It's actively working against our body's natural ability to heal, to restore itself, and ultimately to wake up that dormant spiritual power. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the solution. If modern life is the problem, the sources lay out a practical way to fight back. It's called the Livingagenda.
You can think of it like a daily compass for self-check-ins. It's not about some huge, dramatic overhaul, but more about these small, daily reflections that are designed to bring back the balance you need for your consciousness to really expand.
And it all starts with the absolute basics. It kicks off by asking these simple but powerful questions about the most fundamental thing your body does to restore itself: sleep.
From restoration, we move to fuel. The next step is to get you thinking consciously about what you're putting into your body. Not just what you ate, but when you ate it and where it came from.
Next up, it asks about your physical connection to Gaia, or Mother Earth. You know, this idea of physically connecting to the planet, sometimes people call it earthing, is seen as totally essential for keeping us in our natural balance. And finally, boom, this is where it all comes together. This question makes you reflect on your spiritual connection, and it ties all those really practical daily things, sleeping, eating, walking, directly back to that huge cosmic idea of Anunnaki consciousness.
So this personal journey of self-reflection, believe it or not, then connects out to a predicted global event. An event that the sources say is going to be centered around a big Hollywood movie. So yeah, you heard that right. Within this framework, this movie is seen as way more than just a movie. It's being positioned as a potential catalyst, a kind of trigger, meant to set off a worldwide spiritual awakening.
And get this, the release dates are highlighted as being totally intentional. The sources claim that by lining up with these powerful dates, like Good Friday and Ascension Day, the film's energetic punch is being deliberately cranked up.
And this quote from the director himself seems to back that up. It suggests this isn't just a straight historical story, but a deep dive into mystical and spiritual worlds, which is exactly why these sources see it as a potential portal for waking up.
Okay, so where is all of this actually going? The living agenda, the cosmic connection, this global trigger. What's the endgame? Well, it's described as a transformation that is not only profound, but also happens in an instant.
This right here is the payoff for the whole journey. It's not about slowly climbing a ladder for decades. It's about a sudden, total realization, a 1-minute shift where the veil just drops and everything changes. And they don't just leave this as some abstract idea. The sources actually outline a specific, actionable practice, a kind of solar meditation that they claim is designed to help trigger this exact shift.
And this is where it all comes full circle. That simple, personal act of standing by the water is meant to connect you directly back to the cosmic mythology. It completes the whole journey, turning the individual into what the sources call a Shiva galaxy angel.
a being that has totally realized its divine, universal nature.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought. After walking through this entire framework, from a power buried deep inside us to a 1-minute cosmic shift, the material turns the focus away from itself and puts it right back on you, asking you to really think about what might be ready to awaken within yourself.